how's it going? Tonight I am going solo once again. I wanted to record this just for fun. A while back, this past summer, I dyed my hair purpley, magenta, bubblegum, kind of pink. And that faded really quickly and I decided that I wanted to try red. As you've seen during the other videos, my hair is very red. I fell in love with the red color, the very dark, like crimson red. I really like that. So I decided to keep it and I've kept it for 4 months, a little over 4 months, or about 4 months. It's just that it stains very easily and I'm kind of over it a little bit, even though I was so happy with it. I'm deciding to go do another color, but this video is me taking out what's left of the red. On the camera it looks more red than it actually is. I call it a cranberry pink, if you can call it that. Now where my roots are, it's more of a red as opposed to the ends. I have washed my hair regularly, once with clarifying shampoo and then the other time just regular shampoo. I've washed my hair since I last dyed it red. It's been a while actually, like maybe over a month since I've done it. We are going to take the color out as much as we can without too much damage. So I'm not going to bleach it because that can lead to different chemical reactions and it could change my hair from red to like something crazy, like green or blue or something. But I think that happens because of the underlying colors that you colored over it with the red, for example. So fun story, I recorded myself dyeing my hair red for the first time and I didn't post it because the quality of the video was so bad. So that's why one day I had like a pinkish, orangey, peachy color and then the next video I had red. That's what happened there. When I first tried dyeing my hair red, I dyed it with Arctic Fox Wrath as well as a little bit of Arctic Fox Transylvania, which is the blackest black I think you can get. I tried to add as little as possible by making it like a really dark red. I put it on my head, I left it on for maybe half an hour to an hour, and I started washing my hair. And for some reason in my head, I thought that if I kept rinsing it, it would eventually run almost clear with a little bit of extra red hair dye. Nope, it kept going and going and going and going. And I'm looking at my hair as I'm washing it. I rinsed it. I didn't wash it. I rinsed it. I'm like, it's not red anymore. It's a very dark purple. And I'm like, I have to stop right now because I did not want purple at all. No, 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 thank you. I stopped rinsing my hair. I dried it. And it was this purple. It was crazy. I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning and I was freaking out because I really did not want purple. I wanted red. And it was in time for Black Widow to come out, the newest Black Widow movie. And we are going to see it. It was either the next day or the day after, and I wanted my hair to be red. So woke up really early, went to my local store and got, people are gonna yell at me for this maybe, but I got the Midnight Ruby Splat hair dye. I recently learned that some of the ingredients in there are not very good, but I went home, I redid my hair and it was perfect. It was so beautifully red, just the way I wanted it. And I'm like, all right, I'm using this Midnight Ruby Splat hair dye, but of course it stains hardcore. Red is the hardest color to get out of your hair. Rightfully so. I mean, my tub is still pink because I've tried to use baking soda in my cleaning supplies to like get the stain out, and it does a pretty good job, but you know, it's still pink. That was my red hair story. And now we're gonna take it out. So that's why I'm not gonna use bleach. Long story short, no bleach. I'm not going to do a bleach bath either because of the same reason, but also because bleach of course does damage to your hair. So today I am going to use the baking soda method. Now I know that this method also damages your hair, but it may not have such a huge chemical reaction. Since I have purple technically underneath this red, I think either way it would turn out to be a purple if it didn't get to the blonde, you know, on the first try. But I am going to use this baking soda. Now I've used this before on my reddish pink hair that I had way earlier this year, as well as when I had blue hair in like February. So I've used this method before, but not on red hair. It's going to be very interesting, and like I said, red is very difficult to get out. I am also going to add in some Dawn dish soap because you know how well that strips out impurities in your dishes. I am going to use water. I'm not going to wet my hair because I really don't want my head to get wet right now, but I'm going to add it into the mixture. And this is the part where it really can damage your hair. I am actually going to do a couple squirts of developer. Now it is 20, it's not 30, it's 20. People usually prefer 10, but this is the only one I have, so I'm using 20 today. I won't use as much as I usually use from in the past, but obviously this stuff will dry out my hair, and I am prepared for that. I'm okay with that, but as long as I'm not using actual bleach, we're okay. Bought a new brush because my other pink one has been losing bristles like you don't know how. And I also got this one because it's easier to split your hair the way you want to, as before I had to use a comb. Of course, I have my clips to hold my hair back, and you must use a plastic bowl, no steel. Well, it doesn't have to be plastic, but it cannot be steel. That's very bad. I have my gloves. I'm not one who measures my ingredients as well as a lot of people. I'm just gonna do a little dabby dab in here. Depending on the consistency and how much product I have in here, I might add more. So now I'm gonna add some water. There, I'll add that much. And then now I'm gonna add my dish soap. Dish soap. Probably have to add like twice as much because my hair is very thick. So I'm actually gonna mix this up first, and then I'll add my, alright, I'm definitely going to have to add more baking soda because it is just pure like liquid right at this point. So I'm gonna add more. Oh, and I forgot the main thing that I'm using as well. My clarifying shampoo. How could I freaking forget this? This is like the ingredient as well as the baking soda. So I'm actually going to squirt few squirts into here. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do 4 for right now. I don't know why I completely forgot about that, but it's a very critical ingredient to me. Still pretty darn liquidy, and plus I have to add more. I want to make sure it covers every piece, nook and cranny, strand of my hair. Don't want to do many applications of any of this really because it does damage to your hair. And since my hair is about maybe, now I'm not a hairstylist or anything, so I don't know much about determining like what level hair you have, but I think I have about a 3, maybe a 2, probably a 2 or a 3. That's how dark my hair is. And lifting this level hair is very dangerous and difficult. So that means my hair is pretty darn fragile, and it likes to come out a lot. I shed a lot, by the way. I have to be really careful and hopefully just do 1 application of all this. It's a bit after 10 o'clock right now at night, on a work night, so that's fun. I'm gonna try to make sure this is not near the sink because I don't want it to go down the sink. Now I'm going to part my hair just to make it easier and section it out. Now I don't need to use a brush because it's not bleach, like I said, it's not bleach, it's just a liquid you just put on your hair, so. And actually it probably doesn't even work anyway because it's so darn drippy. Forget that, I'll just use my hands. So in the meantime, just sit back, relax, and we will be back in a bit because this is gonna take a while. So I just finished putting it on my head. I have everything all nice and saturated, hopefully. There's a lot of pink coming out, so that's good. Now that took me a very long time because it just naturally takes me a while to do all of this. Good to cover it after a little bit, and this might not work because it's a very thin cap, but it's good to, yeah, I'm gonna redo that. It's good to cover it up and leave it in for a little bit. I'll just leave it on for maybe 15 minutes to half an hour. Heat does help when it comes to like the peroxide. We'll see if the heat will help speed up the process a little bit. We will come back after a little bit, after I wash it out, and see how much the color came out. I'm hoping a lot, I'm really hoping a lot, but worst comes to worst, I'll just wash my hair regularly until it eventually comes out and until my new dye comes. We'll be back in a little bit. Yes! Okay everyone, so just how the way everything worked out, this is kind of what I expected. Now mind you, here on camera it's a little darker than in real life, but the bottom I expected it to clear out more of the color because it doesn't hold on to color as much as like the newer parts of your hair. I can see like right here for example, it's much more vibrant than it was. It used to be like, you know, like a dark red, but now it's like that bright kind of like fiery orangey red. A lot here is still like a deep like muted red, like a purpley or burgundy magenta red, and then of course underneath it's gonna be stubborn. Like that's just the way it is. The hairs on top of your head go through a lot because it's on the outside, but underneath it doesn't have as much exposure to like different things that you do with your hair or just in general. So the color under here is gonna be sticking and being stubborn, like really stubborn. This is what happened, and I have to be honest, I actually washed my hair twice with a clarifying shampoo after I rinsed out the product that I made with the baking soda for a couple reasons. One is to actually make sure I got all of the baking soda and the soap detergent out, or the dish soap out of my hair as much as possible because it can stick into your hair. So I just wanted to make sure that it was all out by washing it twice. But both times that I washed it with the clarifying shampoo, more pink started to come out. So it wasn't like it was a done deal after the first rinse. No. Pink kept coming out of my hair. So if I washed it maybe at least 2 more times, more pink would have came out. Right here, there's that peachy orangey color. Right now it's wet, or not wet, but it's damp. So I'm going to let this dry, and you might see me in the morning, you might see me in an hour or two, but I did put a leave-in conditioner for about 10 minutes, and so my hair isn't, right now, I mean, it's wet, but it doesn't feel dry or very brittle. It might look it, but it's actually really not. And I'm actually very impressed that it's not that brittle. But anyway, we're gonna let this dry and hopefully it'll be a little lighter. We'll be back in a few. Alright everyone, this is the next morning and I have to say, this is really cool. Just the way the shadow root comes in and then just the pink, the light pink, and then underneath where I said that the color was gonna be very stubborn. Isn't that so pretty? This was not planned at all, and I really admire how it came out, even though this was not the intent whatsoever. This is so cool. To me, it's like a little fall-y in a way, like the peak of fall when the leaves are like red and then it turns to like a brownish and then like gold and then bleh. I'm actually kind of digging it right now. I'm not gonna keep it forever. I do have another color of dye coming in, hopefully next week at the latest, so I can have a different color in time for Thanksgiving. And if you can imagine what colors might fit into Thanksgiving slash winter time and Christmas, excuse me, you will see me with this color until then, and I am very happy with it. My hair is very dry, even though I put in the leave-in conditioner for the 10 minutes, but then I also put in another leave-in conditioner that you just leave and you don't rinse it out or anything last night, but it is still very dry, and it's been a very long time since my hair has been this close to blonde. So it, like I said last night, it takes a toll on your hair, no matter what kind of remover you use and no matter how much conditioner you put in. The color is insane, guys. Insane. I don't really know what it looks like from behind, but this is what it looks like from behind. I have no idea. So going forward, I'm probably gonna wait at least 5 days, or at most 5 days, depending on how my hair feels, until like I wash it. That's when I'm gonna wash it next. And I'm really debating whether to use the clarifying shampoo by itself or do another round of baking soda. I don't know. Now that most of this is out, I might do a quick bleach wash. But again, up here it's darker, so I don't really know what's gonna happen if I do a bleach wash, but I don't think it'll make it crazy, because like I said before, I had like a purple underneath the red, so it turned out pink. So I guess the purple ended up mixing with the red over time, and it just made a red. I think that's how it works. I actually really like it. Thank you all for watching this on-camera experience. If you want to see how I colored my hair, that I don't even know what you call it. It's so hard to describe. The pinky, purpley pastel color. The link will be in the description below. If you watch it, you'll see that my hair is very silvery blonde. It's like, wow, it's like it's the whitest I've ever had my hair, and it's just been crazy. If you like what you see here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And once my new color comes in, I might do a video on that, because I've never colored my hair this color before. So it's not, okay, it's not blue, it's not pink, it's not red, it's not, obviously not blonde. So it's another color. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye. Diva star. So cool. Girl, beach it up.